from reverse de la Riva. So me on the bottom here, maintaining the position, maintaining control, and how we can go back towards either an open or a closed guard from here. So there's a few things I need to consider. First of all, I need this hook here. So if we go back one step, we're assuming that Koi has come in for this cross knee through like this. Okay, this is obviously a very bad scenario for me. So if I go back, what I'm wanting to do as he does that, I want to hook the leg with my right leg, and I want to put my left foot in front of the hip. Okay, so any good guard, we should be able to manage two things. I want to stop Koi from being able to run away from me, which is where this hook is going to come into play. It keeps him hooked in. It also stops him from putting his knee down towards the mat. So it does manage distance a little bit, but that's where this left leg comes in a lot. Okay, so if he starts pressuring too much, I can push away with my left leg. I can push or pull. Yeah, I can manage where Koi moves in terms of distance. So that's what I'm doing with my legs. With my arms, I have to watch out for a few things. Koi is probably going to want to cross face me, like we were just working on. So I want to block that arm, but if you focus just here, then he's probably going to get his head under the chin and shoulders in, and this is not very good for me either. Okay. So actually, I'd rather usually first get one grip on the collar, like this, and I'll like flare my elbow a little bit. Okay. So I'm blocking the shoulder. If he comes in with the shoulder, lead with this shoulder. Yeah, I'm blocking the shoulder if he leads with that. If he leads with his head, I'm flaring my elbow up to stop his head coming in. Okay, so this grip probably will change a little bit from a straight out push to an elbow flare. And then we need to think about this arm. I want to get the sleeve. Now, to get this grip, Koi, don't let me get your sleeve grip. Just like move it around and, you know. So you're trying to get my head, and you see that's a pretty difficult area if I'm trying to just get the sleeve. So don't go for the sleeve first, go for the bicep. Okay, so if Koi wants to cross face me, I'm gonna block the bicep first, easier control to get, and then I can slide down and grip the sleeve from that. Okay, so you don't wanna go for the big moving target, we wanna get the bicep first, and then we're gonna slide down to the sleeve. So now when he tries to cross face me, that's gonna be difficult to do. Ideally with this, I want to either push the arm under my leg or at least close to his hips here. Why would that be a good idea? Why would I prefer his arm here? Yeah, no posting, that's right. So I don't want, if I start to off balance him, that means he's now not going to use this arm. So if I start to bring him forward, if he can't use that arm, he's more predictable what's going to happen. If I'm not holding the arm, I off balance him, he doesn't move very much. Okay. Now, okay, he's used this arm, but he's already going over. That's nice, good. Or he might use his left leg, okay, which gives us access to that leg as well. Okay. So what I want you to do, just feel the control here. We're going to get these grips. So collar, we're blocking when framing here. We've got our inside hook, our foot on the hip, and we're going to go from the bicep down to the sleeve. And then Koi's going to try to just like deal with some of my frames. Yeah, he might try to push my foot off, which is a really common defense. Okay, if that happens, I might have, sorry, it's cleared it. If that happens, I want to either get it back on the hip, or if he's a bit more postured, sometimes we'll go on the shoulder first, push, and onto the hip, like that. He might circle the grip, break the grip, block back at the bicep, and we're going to come back down and get our grip again. He might try and drive his head forward, flare up, make sure he can't do that. And then while we're doing this, just see if you can practice, you know, off balancing him a little bit. We don't have to react to that just yet, just try and move their balance around. Okay. Let's feel the position first, and then we'll work some techniques from there. 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes on top. We got our grips. We want to get back to, so you can use, there's a lot of sweeps and the likes that we can do from here, but it's also a really good control and positioning to get back to an open or closed guard. Okay, so again, let's just assume that I was playing an open guard and Koi's dealt with that. He started to come for the knee cut, so I've managed to catch the reverse de la Riva hook and foot on the hip to intercept that. I get my grips here like this, so again, collar. If he's holding my knee, I can go straight for this, but if he's going for the crossface, I want to block, and then we're going to come down and grab onto the sleeve like this. to recover guard from here, I'm gonna have to need a little bit of space. So if I try and take my right leg out and get it in, it might actually just give him a chance at passing. So if we go back, I need to push with my left leg to make a bit of space first. Okay? Now that I've pushed, I have space to take my right leg out. Don't push all the way, okay? So if I do this, my right leg actually won't catch his hip. So I'm just extending a bit with my left leg, enough to get my right leg out and past the hip. This is I think a common, I'd say, mistake is to put the foot on the hip. Okay. When I square up, Koi can keep his elbow tight and start to deal with that leg and control. Okay. It's harder for him to control it if I'm here and I go past the hip. Yeah. Because now, even if he brings his elbow tight, when I square up, it's past the hip. I can pull him in into the closed guard from there. Okay. So we're here like this. If I want to get to closed guard, obviously I have to make sure when I'm holding this that he doesn't have control of my knee. I'm going to push away. Foot's going to go past the line of the hip. And then, see, this knee is in front. If I try to shoot closed guard here, I'm going to get blocked by that knee. So I'm actually moving with my right leg laterally. Now the leg's not in the way. So when I pull, he's coming into the closed guard. Okay. So block my positioning, slight extension, catch the far hip with your heel, with your ankle. Move out of the way of this leg. Okay. Now we've got closed guard. Okay. If you prefer omoplata, if you know what the omoplata is, you can do the exact thing for the omoplata. So we go again. Here like this. Push, catch, out to the side. Let me start pulling in for the omoplata. Okay. There we go. 3, 2, 1. 3. That's me. So this is just we're going to be working, through a few of the different open guards. Koi gets his grips like this. He starts to recover, and what I might do if I sense the closed guards coming, I would start to back away and start putting this knee up here. So it's going to be hard for Koi to beat that or to get the full closed guard if I can back away enough with this knee in the middle. Okay, so try to do the closed guard now, and I've managed to block. Okay, so again, this knee's up, Koi's going through. I start to sit back and put the knee up. Okay, so it just blocks him from getting the closed guard. So he's gonna have to change the type of open guard that he's gonna play. And this is where he's gonna go for De La Riva on this side. Okay. So this is our outside. So we're here, I extend, go for the first one. My hips are now out on so I'm now on my left hip, but he's kept this knee up and going into this combat base. Okay, so anytime someone's in this sort of posture, De La Riva is a good option. De La Riva means I'm going to put my outside leg through as a hook. And it's similar principle before. So this hook stops Koi from running back. So if he tries to run away, I'm pulling in with this hook, and my toes here go in front of the hip or onto the leg, and that makes distance. So if Koi starts trying to close the distance, I can push him away. Now the other thing I'm going to say is we have to change our side that we're doing the collar sleeve now. So now I want the collar sleeve on this side, or you can go ankle and collar. Either one is fine. Okay. Whereas before we had here. So because we've changed the side of our hips, you have to change the controls we're going for. So here, Koi defends by using the combat base. So we're going to change sides to De La Riva on this side, okay, or here, okay. Once you get to there, person's just going to try and deal with your grips. So if he starts trying to push this leg off, what we can do when he tries to push this leg out the way, okay, first of all, don't leave it dangling out here. It's a big lever for him to control now, okay? So if he's managing to step back, it's actually better to keep your leg tight. It's harder for him to step over and control. I keep my knee close to my chest. And what he'll usually want to do is step over that leg, okay? He's trapped my leg, and this is a worse spot for me to be in. I wanted it with my foot in front. So what he's gonna try to do, grab the leg and step over, okay? So we go back. If he's going to do that, as he goes to do it, I'm gonna kick the leg, okay? You gotta time it well. You're gonna kick the leg, and then you're gonna go back to the hip. So Koi goes to step over the leg, kick, and come back, okay? So I pull. He grabs the leg, pull it tight to me, and then as he goes to step over, kick, and we go back. You'll notice that off balancing him quite a lot as well. Okay, let's just focus on that. So we'll recover to the De La Riva, and then when they go to step over the leg, you're gonna kick to off balance. Right. 3, 2, 1.